Hey guys, hope you're all good today. Now that we've seen in the previous video what Informatica PowerCenter is, let's move on to a few examples of the projects which use this ETL tool. But first, what is the need of an ETL tool? Well, the problem comes with traditional programming languages where you need to connect to multiple sources and you have to handle errors. For this, you have to write complex code. ETL tools provide a ready-made solution for this. You don't need to worry about handling these things and can concentrate only on coding the requirement part. Informatica can be used for a wide variety of projects, as it is one of the most diverse and flexible tools of our age. Some of these projects can be creating data marts or data warehouses for business-oriented people where transactional data is gathered up for their use. For example, a big data management firm needs its data to be organized and stored in a centralized warehouse where everyone can access it. The data sources can be diverse, such as flat files containing old client data, or a relational database containing the recent data. All these sources need to be integrated and brought into the data warehouse for further reporting and processing. Now this data needs to be accessed by all the departments such as the HR department, the payroll department, the higher management, etc. So we need to create data marts over the data warehouse, which will be accessible to different departments and have relevant data for them. For these purposes, we can use Informatica and create jobs and processes to extract data from the initial diverse sources, transform and cleanse them, load them into the warehouse, and then further filter them out and load them into the data marts. The second type of project can be migrating data from old systems to new ones. For example, a legacy system needs to be migrated to a new system. Data needs to be extracted from the old system, cleansed, and transformed, made in accordance with the new system, and loaded into it. The compatibility needs to be ensured, hence we need an ETL tool such as Informatica to do the job. Otherwise, hand-coding the process would be tedious and prone to errors. Another example of the projects which Informatica can be used in is integrating data from interrelated companies. For example, a construction company acquires a smaller construction company. All the employees now have to work as a single entity under a single name. This merger entails the merger of data from both the companies. The HR department needs to know how many people are working for them now, so to do this we need to use an ETL tool such as Informatica to extract data from the two separate sources and bring them into a single centralized data warehouse. We will have to cleanse the data and bring some uniformity in it so as to be loaded in a common place. This challenge can only be met efficiently using Informatica. Another example of a project where Informatica can be used is integrating data from third-party suppliers. Let's take the example of a construction company which has hired a third-party supplier for the woodwork. The construction company needs to know how much wood is available, while the wood company needs to know how much wood it needs to supply. To make things simpler, we can create a centralized data warehouse, which can be accessed by both the companies and they can have a clear visibility of the inventory. This can be done using Informatica in an efficient manner. Now that we know what Informatica is and what are the real-world applications of it, I'm sure learning would be more interesting for you. Thank you for staying with us.